All right. Hello, good evening. How are you guys doing? Now, of course, you guys know what I normally say. If you catch this live, this video in the afternoon, the morning, or whatever time you get to catch this, I am glad you are here. So, welcome to you. I am happy that you are here. So, we are going to be doing a DV night talk. So, yes, when it's being recorded, it is DV night. So that is what we are going to be talking about. And we're going to be talking about rest. So I am going to be sharing that with you. So I am doing a simulcast. So I have, of course, just gotten on to TikTok. So whenever they come in, and then I'll do the cheers and all that good stuff. But for now, we can just get started and then we will continue on. Hey, JMS, how are you doing? So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put myself in the proper place so that I can have my video. Well, actually, my face, because I don't have my face on. I have my avatar. There we go. Hello. Welcome. So, welcome on in. Claps all around over there with the cheers. How you guys are doing? Hope you guys are well. And same thing that I have been thinking about. So let's do that over here too before I totally get started. Forgot to give some claps over here. What's going on with that? Need to get some claps over here too. So I'll do that in a minute. Just want to make sure that I've got everything going on. Hey, Amanda. So let's do that over here. Let's get some claps going. All right. Hello. And for those of you that don't know, I am T.Drake, podcast and Godmother Connection. And we are here tonight doing a Demon Night talk, talking about rest. Absolutely. So I know I wasn't on yesterday, and I think I wasn't on a couple of days ago as well, because I needed some rest. I needed to slow it down. And sometimes we're just running. And I don't know if you have that same kind of energy where you're just going, and you don't stop. And you're like, I can't stop, won't stop. But you just keep going, right? And sometimes you go, and that's to your detriment, right? You don't just need to keep on going and just never pause because we're not machines. So sometimes, and I've been recognizing this for myself, is that sometimes when I run and I do what I do, sometimes my body's like, yeah, you're going to slow down. And if you don't slow down, we will make you slow down. My body's like, yeah, we will slow you down. So I'm learning that because I've had to slow down immensely. And I have to really be very mindful of how I'm moving with my body. Hello, Kinley. Hello. Welcome back. So I also got a new drink, not one that you guys haven't seen before. I had ran out of the little wild blossom drink that I had showed you guys before. And tonight I'm doing the apple ginger mojito. Okay. So I got my glass. So we're going to be using the gold one today. I went looking for other glasses and I didn't see any good ones, any unique ones, any special ones. So I was like, oh, well, just use what I have. And that's what I'm going to do. So let me crack that open. Hopefully it's not very good. So we're going to pour that so we can sip and talk. So like I said before, this is the Wild Blossom Apple Ginger Mojito. It's a mocktail, no alcohol in it at all. So we're going to pour like we normally do. Let us pour. All right. Getting a good amount. And then I'll probably have to save that for tomorrow. But cheers to you. And we're going to do this thing. Yes, it's a spot. And it's got ice. All right. And we're starting out well with the hearts. I love it. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. All right. So, like I stated before, I am very excited. Hey, Jordan. Hello. How are you? So, I'm very excited to be with you guys back again. It's been a minute, guys. It was a minute to like be away, and I'm just very happy. Oh, and in the background, you guys can see I added another strand. Let me see. I'm gonna turn the slide off so you guys can see it because I had my butterflies. The butterflies are at the bottom, and this strand here, I told you guys I was going to add that. That was going to be the what is it? Ladybugs. My mind just went blank on me. It drew a blank. So I'm going to turn off this here and see if you guys could see it. So here we go. Ooh, can you see it? And for you guys, I'm going to bring my screen up here. Well, it doesn't help that I'm frozen down here, but you can see it later. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the roses. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. So I'll just have to keep the video image of course, the beautiful DV Night Talk. So just go ahead and look at that image there. So apologize for that. Yeah, it's only an image. So at least you guys can see the image, at least at minimum. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that and just make it the avatar because sometimes that is what it does. And if there's no updates or something like that, sometimes that's what happens. But thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Thank you to the TikTok crew because you guys come through and give the hearts and all the good stuff. So I appreciate it. Hey, Ladybug. And look, I got some ladybugs right here. How have you been? I hope you are doing all right. Hey, John. So anyway, as I was sharing, we're going to talk about rest. So sometimes you're running around just doing stuff and you don't have any rest. You need to get rest. And it is imperative that you take time for you. Yes, people may want you to go here, go there, go everywhere, but you know your body and you know you. And it would behoove you to listen to your body and not be like, you know what, I could do everything. I could do this, I could do that. You shall regret it. Just because I know I've done it before and I'm like, no, I regret it. I regret a lot. So let me see here. I am going to change the color. Let's see, we're going to do green. Ooh, that light blue purple. It's looking good. We might try that for a minute. Let's just sit right there for a minute. That's what we're gonna sit. So yeah. Uh-huh. We're gonna say that. So that part I like. So sometimes it's good, right, to take time to relax. And because I'm talking about this, I do have some cards. I was going out getting things for my kids today and getting the typical groceries and whatnot was needed for the household and got up super early so I can make sure my daughter who goes to a program had what she needed, for her lunch and everything. And I came across some cards that have inspirational scriptures on them. And I came across some self care cards as well, and then some Bible verse scriptures in a small book. So I was like, okay. And also a miniature like Bible study. And I know I do my own Bible study, my own everything. Hey, Claudia, Carol, Ghost, you know who. Ooh, hello, hello, welcome in. I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I was not taken aback, but I was like, oh, this would be good because I could share this, on my DV night talk, and I could share this in the morning too when I do my mornings as well. But I noticed that sometimes, sorry, my throat sometimes it goes out, and I do believe it's part of some issues that I had going through DV. Some people say, "Oh no, it's not." I think so. I do think so. So anyway, I I was really excited and happy to get some things that involve self care, little things, and also I love finding things that are scripturally based. I just adore it. And because, I love the Lord. So I'm like, ooh, this is good. They had some other, like devotionals plus, what is it? Uh, Devotional and coloring. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this here. And I got some notepads for taking notes at church because my my notepad that I was taking, it's running out. And it's like, I need some new ones. So I got those. And I'll be putting them in my Bible. So I will have them to take notes. Because I'm always taking notes on the sermon. Always, always, always. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started with our topic tonight for rest. And this is not, let me say, it's not a new topic. I'm going to say for me, I know that I need to slow down. So, with that, we'll preface that. And then now I'm going to switch the lights. So, pardon me as I switch it. Oh, let's do that color. We'll do lavender right now. So, as I was doing my thing today, I noticed that I was somehow, somehow, I was looking back over my prior weeks and like, I'm forcing myself to do a lot of things. And some people, you know, they don't know that, right? They just know you're just doing all this stuff. And my daughter's like, Mom, I think you're just getting involved in a whole bunch of stuff. And you're just getting involved to get involved. So I'm like, yeah, that's true. I'm getting myself involved because I'm really not trying to really think about my son being gone. I'm really trying to keep my mind busy. And I don't think that's the right way to do it, but that's what I've been doing, trying to get involved in everything I possibly can volunteer in. Hey, Essence. Hello, Jasmine. Hey, Trevor. Hey, Eliane. And Hearts. How are you guys? So I didn't want to just keep running and just not acknowledge that my body needs rest. I would stay up and I would know I would go to sleep. And then I'd pop up at 3 o'clock in the morning and then I go pray. And then I start working on whatever, get myself ready for the gym, go to the gym, get to appointments. Don't go back to sleep. Don't even take a nap and then do it again. And it was for a minute, it was like clockwork. Now, I'm not going to say that that's totally gone because now I wake up at 4. Ooh, an extra hour. Sometimes it's 4:26. Sometimes it can be 5 in the morning. It just really depends. Now, if I'm not stressing, that's the key. If I'm not stressing about anything, then that's it. But if I'm stressing, oh yeah. So anyway, I got these cards here. I'm just gonna put them up. These are not playing cards. These are the cards I'm going to share with you guys tonight. So for the first one, I am just going to share about resting and then reflecting. And this right here, it's really nice. On the self-care cards, on the back of them, they have questions and places where you could write. Not all of them, they're not all the same. Like they're divided out by different kinds of things like gratitude, body, mind, stuff like that. So this one is in gratitude. So I will read it to you and then I will read the back. So if you want to ever do that, or maybe you want to ponder it now, you can. So in the front, it says, look how far you've come. Okay. And on the back, it says gratitude. And then it gives us some questions. 2 questions and then some things to ponder. So it says, what was the best part of your day so far? And I will answer that and I'll write it down. And that says, share 3 things you're grateful for. Okay. And then the last question, what are you looking forward to? And at the bottom, it says grateful with a heart. So I'll be taking some time to write on that. But along with that, this morning, I had one of the ladies reach out to me and she was just having a hard challenge and difficulty. And she had some challenges because of what was going on with her. And so she was letting me know, can you pray for me? Because she's like, I'm trying not to, you know, let my faith wane, stay in the word. And I understand that. I understand it a lot because there's many times that I'm like, Lord, I'm serving, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Of course we know. Of course we know. And if you don't, I'm gonna let you know God's not checking for your check boxes. He's not checking for your attendance. He's not checking for none of that. If your heart posture is whacked out and mean and just all over the place, just downright evil, it wouldn't matter what you did because your heart is desperately wicked and staying that way. And you're not wanting to have a change of heart, a change of mind, a change of how you move. So you could do all those philanthropic things and still not really care about anybody. And sometimes we run into people like that. They could care less about what you got going on. Hello, how are you? They don't care about none of that, right? Welcome. So as you continue to discover things about yourself. Maybe you already know it, but sometimes there's other things that you can discover as you are developing what you do. So, as I was sharing this right here with you guys, look how far you come. Sometimes we need to look back and see what we've overcome, see the challenges that we've passed through, and see how we navigated those particular waters. Pardon me, pause for the cause for a drink here. Mm. So when you think about that, you think about, oh man, how did I navigate this particular challenge? And then you go back and the Lord brings it back to your remembrance, right? God was always there and He will always be there. Sometimes we forget that He's brought us out of some hard things before. And so something doesn't look a certain kind of way, like, oh no, it's happening again, or it's happening now. What do I do? And of course, the Lord reminds us, right, not to be anxious. It says it in His Word. Don't be anxious, just trust in Him. Now, hey, Peyton, how are you? Welcome in. Sometimes that's a hard thing to do, right? Sometimes it's a hard thing to do. But listen, I know that God's always watching. Oh, it's my day's going good, Peyton. Thank you so much for asking. How's your day? I hope your day went well. Hey, Joy to the World, how are you? Joy to the world, you're in the room. I'm glad to see you as well. Very good. I'm glad you had a good day, Peyton. So, anyway, Uh, it's nice to see some familiar handles in here because it's always good to know somebody's in the room. We are talking about the DV night talk and rest. We're talking about rest and how rest is important. It's definitely important. So that's what we're talking about. So absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna get back to it. So catch you guys up. Once again, my name is T.Drake, podcasting Godmother Connection, and my podcast is called God's Gift Through His Word. And I have also a book called The Gift of Finding God's Love, Guilt and Shame Turned into My Shine. So with all that there, you have those things, you have that laid out, so you can find that. If you would like, you can always go onto the YouTube channel and find some of that information as well. If you go into the description box, there's also going to be a link for the audio version because there is also a audio version of the book. So you can get that in, of course, Audible, or you can find it on Amazon. So it is in Barnes and Nobles too as an ebook. But all those things I'm trying to say and remind you that it's okay. Okay, Peyton, you go and come on back. So anyway, I realized that I had to pause. And for a minute, I was stuck. If you can believe that, I was stuck And I'm like, why am I stuck? Like, what's going on? And I was frustrated and stuck. So it's one thing to be stuck and you just don't know, but it's that you're stuck and you're frustrated. Like, why am I stuck? And why am I frustrated about being stuck? And what am I stuck from? What is happening? What's going on? Right? So that's the thing. So that is a challenge at times because there are people that are in your life and they will graciously tell you, hey, you know what? And I have these people, T.Drake, you need to slow down. Like, phooey. I'm not slowing down. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do this here, this here, this here, this here. And they're gonna tell you again, you need to slow down. You need to rest. I don't need to go to sleep. I'm gonna stay up for. Did you go to sleep? I remember. I remember living in California, and there was this one time I had stayed up, and I had stayed up for 48 hours. Yeah. And Pastor Jay, my friend, had called me on it. And I told him, he's like, you've been up for 2 days straight, no sleep. I was like, yes, I have to get these things done. I have to get this stuff done. He's like, no, no, no. He's like, you're on the phone with me. I need you to go to bed. I was like, I can't go to bed. I got too much to do. He's like, no, not right now. You know, he's like, get off the phone with me, close your blinds, whatever you have to do. And you need to go to bed. I know, I mean, now, like, don't, and turn your phone off and then turn it back on when your body has actually woken you up. I was like, "What? Go to bed." He's like, "Go to bed." I was like, I don't wanna go to bed." Like he's like, "For you're driving, picking up your kids, and you have no sleep for 48 hours. First of all, that's dangerous, right? Secondly, you need sleep, right? You're driving around with your kids and you haven't had the proper amount of sleep. That's not good." I was like, "Okay, fine." So I did go to bed, and I when I had woken up, I did feel refreshed, and I called him. He's like, "Oh, good, you called me." He's, it's good to have friends like my friend Pastor Jay. He keeps me grounded and not just going after everything because I want to go after everything. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for showing the love. And he keeps me grounded. And there's some other friends I have too that keep me grounded too, right? And they watch me intensely, like, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm just doing this over here, this. Whoa, whoa, hold the phone. Slow down. Like you're rushing, but who's making you rush? I just have to do this and I gotta get it done quickly. Why? Because successless speed. Success, I gotta be speedy. I gotta be speedy. Don't you understand? Successless speed. I gotta be doing fast. Like, okay, you could go fast. You would go fast and hit a brick wall. No, but I'm going fast so I can be successful. Duh. Everybody knows that. Successless speed. Hello, I gotta do it fast. Like, I don't know about that. And I've been learning to calm it down and actually take a pause. And I've been spending a lot of time with my kids, my girls, and it has been lovely because they are just today. We were all downstairs and they were as happy singing. They watched Frozen. We were singing Let It Go so loud. Let it go. They were just singing it loud. I was like, oh, what? Hey, don't play no games. So we're singing loud as we could, all the way with all the gusto in my girls enjoyed that. My eldest was dancing around. My other daughter was dancing around. Like they understand. And it's like sometimes as even as parents, sometimes we forget we're busy going to work, we're busy doing the things, and check out our kids, pardon me, and we say, okay, how was your day? And they tell you it was fine, pardon me. And if someone doesn't doesn't say that, they say something else, then you're like, okay, well, besides it being fine and okay, can you elaborate? What else did you do? And then they could talk to you, but to see my children so freely moving. Like they were free before, but it almost is so different when my son is not here. It there's a heaviness that is lifted. There is a freedom that has been restored. There is a trust, and there is, I've always been safe, but now it feels safer because sometimes uh, when I'm not around, I wonder about what my son would be doing here where we live. And sometimes in my room all the time, just thinking through things up is a violation. It felt no good. It didn't feel good at privacy. But to make that kind of correlate with rest, I didn't have to worry about what he was doing. I didn't have to be up to see what's going on. I didn't have to wonder what electronics were taken. I didn't have to wonder that. So at first I did. At first I did. Cause like, uh, if he's not here, then I don't have to change the locks on the door. But if he's here, I have to change the locks on the door. Right? And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel like a prisoner in the old place where I live. I don't want to do that. I said all rooms have locks, but we just don't use them. But in the bathroom, locking it up, right? So when I was sharing that to you guys, it's because all of that was on my mind. My son, extremely much on my mind. I wasn't resting like I should have been. I couldn't have, and I couldn't rest at the time. Let's pour a little more, just a little bit. I was gonna save it, but it's almost gone anyway. But it's okay. It's not that much. I really did think I was gonna have to do all of that, and I was fighting with myself. I was like, I don't want to pay anybody to go change the locks on the doors. I don't even want to go buy new locks. I don't want to do that. Why should I have to do that? You know? And when that time came for him to go, mm, it was sad at first. And I'm not gonna say I don't have moments where it's not sad, right? But it's gotten a lot better. There wasn't a lot of crying and everything. Now it's just like, okay, I can do this. So I was gonna talk about something else with like scams, but I don't. It's strange when people are looking for work and there are scams out there. It's strange when I'm looking. I was like, all I need is flexible remote and somebody that's willing as a company. And like, that's a rare find. But I am glad to see you doing so well, and all of you come on and are supportive to just be on here with me because I notice. So you come on here like, oh, you guys are up. And it's very late in some areas, in some places and spaces. But I just want to encourage you, excuse me, if you've been like me and you are like me in that regard, like you just got to do stuff to get things done and you can't sit and wait. Hey, I get it. I get it. Hey, don't play no games. Well, don't play games. How are you? So I was very filled to just know I needed that time to refresh. And yes, I know consistency and consistency, I get it. But I know what my body wants to do and what it can handle and what it's tolerated and suffered through. I don't think I'm going to put it through anything else. So for me, I'm going to continue doing what I do, but I also am going to be mindful of how I move and who I allow in my inner space of me and my children. There are very limited people that have access to my kids. Very limited. And it should stay like that because I'm like, no, I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I want you being there with my kids and all those things. So we are just gonna chill. I don't like the red, and probably flash myself silly with all these different things. I'm probably just gonna go to regular colors in a minute. Sorry about that, you guys. I thought I had found some good colors and I didn't. Oh, that's gonna make me mess up with the strobe lights. No, no, no. Now they do it all the colors. Wow, okay. Woo, looks like party time. Let me just put on my regular light. Uh-oh, I turned it off. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Nice and soft. So, where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Brooke. How are you? It's good to see you. So, anyway, I just wanted to read these last three cards. Okay, scripturally, this is what they are. So it's like, and I know someone said it by just because I go off the cuff of seeing how I do things or what things appear to be, how things look. And sometimes when I do my podcast, I don't have a script per se, but I do have notes of where I want to go. So that's one way. Then the other way is just get the glasses and you ask everybody else to pitch you for drinks. But anyway, I just so it was like, you're talking about drinks. I was like, I'm just talking about for relaxation. That's how this came in to be because we get busy so much that we don't stop and smell the flowers. We don't stop and do anything. It's just work, bills, go to bed, work, bills, go to bed, work, bills, go to bed, work, bills. And that's all it is. I can see the burnout. I can see the burnout, even for content creators, right? Even for content creators that are doing the thing. If they burn out, then they're not going to enjoy what they do. And then now they got to find something else to do. Decide something else to do that is helpful for them. So, like, okay, well, I'm not going to stress anything. I just know that, taking time out for yourself is helpful and very important. So, here I got three cards. So the first one's gonna be from Romans 12:2. This is what it looks like, y'all. So you guys can see. And on the back is all the flowers and the little birdies. So I'll show it like this. Doo-doo. Look at that. Isn't that precious? That's so cute. They did a good job on that. All right. I said on here, I said Romans 12:2. It says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's powerful, right? That's powerful. If, 100%, if people show up, and sometimes you want your friends to show up for you, and they do. But sometimes you want them in a capacity that they're like, listen, I don't got that for you. I don't even got that for myself, so I can't give it to you, especially what I don't have. But this is the key. You don't need to wait on anybody to make you happy. You don't need to wait on anybody to make you feel better about yourself or to go buy yourself your own home. You don't have any feelings or anything. You can go do that. She's like, I don't know. And it's okay. It's okay. Maricopa is not for everyone, but Maricopa is okay. So, I am going to go to the next one. This is from Matthew 6:34. Once again, check out that birds. Anyway, it says, Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Is that not the truth? That is absolute truth. So, my last question is Philippians 4:8. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think dangerous. I'm like, what? This is from Philippians 4:8. So it's not dangerous unless you don't listen and don't hear. And then the words of the Bible that come and encourage, enlighten, awaken. And that's a good thing. Nothing wrong with that. And me, I'm just very grateful to be able to share anything with you guys, anything at all. But I am going to, this time before I go, I am going to pray out because I haven't done that. So let me go ahead and pray. And then if you need something, you can definitely email, text me if you'd like. And yeah, so anyway, let me go ahead and pray and then we'll be out of here. Okay. Gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this time, Lord God. I thank you for these kind of outlets, Lord, that let me explore. Lord, you just are amazing. And I just, I can't. Thank you, Lord. I can't be without him. Some of you might not understand, but that's okay. I can't be without the Lord because when I'm going through a lot of different challenges, he's right there. And the things I go through right now, currently, he's there. I'm going to top this off. You guys don't need to see it top off, but So if you find yourself in a place where maybe there's burnout or maybe it's just too much, find a way somehow to get yourself some rest, even if it takes a little nap. Just find a place to sit and don't do anything. And yeah, it's just a little rough out here, but it's all good because God is sitting on the throne and God is good. So what I'm going to do is what I normally do is I end my DV Night Talk first, and then I come to you guys. So let me do that right now. All right. Well, thank you, sister, for being here. I don't know. But okay, let me go ahead and get out of here. And then I will be back with you guys in like 1 second. Go.
It's God's gift through his word. It's God's gift through his word. Come get God's gift through his word. With T.Drake, we'll get God's gift through his word. Come listen, get your spirit lifted through his word. And get your blessing of God's gift through his word. Come be uplifted. Come be motivated. Come be inspired.